Alright, so we've done initial priming of all the parts, components. So today I'm going to start sanding, do a light sanding of the first primer coat. Then I'm going to put on some more primer, and then hopefully we'll get some color put on maybe later today. So it shouldn't take too long to sand. Nowhere near the hours and hours and hours I put in sanding off the original color. So I just want to smooth out the top of the primer. Done this a lot with urethane when I'm putting on wood. You spray some urethane or paint some urethane on, use some steel wool to kind of take off that rough surface, and it really smooths out nice. So this I'm going to use an 800 grit sandpaper and make it nice and smooth. And then the next primer coat, I don't know if I need to sand that second primer coat. Hopefully not, but we'll see. If it's a little rough, we'll just do a little light sanding, and then we'll put the color on. So today, quick light sanding, spray some more primer on. I've got all the components I need to do. So here's the stem, seat post, brake lever components. Actually, the brake housings there, those are all corroded. And so instead of buying new ones, it was just easier to, or more cost effective to sand them down. So there's the part of the actual housings, I guess you call them. And then I've got some brake levers there. So, and then I actually tried to do the water bottle as well. It's a custom water bottle that was made to fit right into the bike frame. And it was white, so I didn't want it to use the white standout. So we'll see how it works with painting it. So the primer is supposed to be okay for plastic, but we'll see how that works out on an actual flexible water bottle. Anyway, here we go. Day 2 of priming. Alright, I got the sanding done on the first coat of primer. Now I'm going to put on the second coat of primer. And it's a lot less windy today. Well, it's not windy at all. It's nice and warm outside. I'm doing it during the day, so there's a lot more light, which is important. I think that's way better than... I kind of had limited light last night, so... I won't miss as many spots. I had a couple light areas on, particularly on the helmet. But here we go. All right, I think that's it. Martin from Ito says more wet sanding. We gotta sand the primer, get rid of the orange peel. It's not too bad, I don't think, but smooth it out a little bit. Feel it. Alright, got it all sanded. Still wet, I just cleaned it off. Nice and smooth. I got a couple spots I missed, but didn't get good coverage. I'm going to do a second coat on there. And I lowered the air pressure, so Hopefully I'm not atomizing as much. Awesome room.
Someday we're not going to have a giant paint booth all week in the room.
Might all be done today. All right, I got all the color on that I want. Now I'm going to do the clear coat. It's pretty exciting. I'm getting real close to the end now. I got a 2-part epoxy. It says Clear Glamour. So you pull this little tab out of the cap here, push down on the plunger. It releases the second part into the main compartment. Shake it for a couple minutes, and you're good to go. You got 48 hours to use it. So if I end up putting a second coat on. Alright, so getting rid of all the orange peel that is on the clear coat. Clearly, I'm not professional at this, so I don't know. Some areas of the clear coat were nice and smooth. Some areas I actually had some runs on, so I had to fix those. And but you can feel, you can hear it even, the orange peel on there. And I want to get rid of that. So I've been trying various methods. Turtle wax scratch and swirl remover. I tried some turtle wax polishing compound, and none of it really takes it off. So I've got a good combination that I figured out. And so I've got 2500 grit sandpaper. So I'm going to wet sand it. Then I use the rubbing compound, and then I use the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. Seems to work really well. So I did order some buffing pads that I can use on my drill, and so hopefully those will come in soon. But I can at least get it all wet sanded, and you can hear it when it's when I'm done sanding it. So we'll let's see if you can hear it. So I've done the bottom part already. See, that's really quiet, right? So now you can hear. That's the orange peel getting sanded off. And so once it's quiet, then I can move on to the next section. Trying to use little circles too to, of course, like all good DIYers, you watch some videos to see how other people are doing it. So, and then you decide if that works for you, and you can change up the technique if you think it needs to be changed up. The top's got a lot, and right in this area too. And it should help the color pop out as well. We'll have to take it out in the sunlight eventually so that you can really see what it, because indoors it never looks the same as it does outdoors. I've got a Bianchi frame that's Celeste in color, which is kind of a greenish color if you're not familiar with it. But it's got, when you take it out in the sunlight, it's got blue streaks across it. It's really pretty. So you can't even hear anything on this side. This is actually pretty good. Maybe up there. Hopefully those buffing pads will come in and I won't have to do all the rubbing compound by hand.
Almost there, rubbing and rubbing. Making a genie come out.
Yeah. Just about done. I think it came out pretty good for a first try.
Let's take a look. What? All right. Really catching that maroon color.
Yeah.
It's tough. There's a lot of glare off the door, but
Yeah.
So guys, let us know what you think about the color scheme and the paint job. I think the next video will be putting the bike back together with all the components, and we'll seeing how that final time trial bike looks as it's ready to be used for the first time in its new paint job, new configuration and new components. But Brian's first serious bike paint job. Give us a vote in the comments below.